So the Israeli bobsled pilot A.J. Edelman, who is white, called his team the talented version of Cool Runnings. And I want to take a minute to talk about what he's actually saying here. Hi all, I'm Dr. Zainab Hasham. I'm an applied social and community psychologist, and let's become culture together. So if you're not familiar with Cool Runnings, it's a movie from the 90s that was loosely based on the 1988 Jamaican bobsled team. So these are real Black Caribbean athletes and they're actual Olympic competitors. So if you're calling your team the talented version, what you're saying is that the original version, which is the Jamaican team, wasn't talented, okay? I want to take a second to talk about what both teams actually had. And I'm going to focus specifically on Edelman since he made the comment. So Edelman grew up in Massachusetts, where last I checked, has a lot of snow. He started playing hockey at the age of 3, and he played hockey through college at MIT. And he trained for years in another winter sport called skeleton, where he competed at the Olympics. And then several years ago, decided he wanted to start a bobsled team. So the Israeli team has had several years of practice and access to top facilities worldwide. The Jamaican team, most of the athletes came from track and field backgrounds. None of them had ever seen snow before deciding to join the bobsled team. So the first time that they saw ice or even a bobsled was 4 months before the Olympics. And the first time on an actual bobsled track was 2.5 months before the Olympics. Okay. And they also competed in borrowed equipment and they still qualified. I mean, it's extraordinary, right? And to be clear, I'm not saying that the Israeli team isn't talented, but what I am saying is that Edelman and the Israeli team had every advantage. Meanwhile, the Jamaican team had 4 months from first seeing snow to not only qualifying, but competing at the Olympics in borrowed equipment, okay? And he has the audacity to imply that the Jamaican team wasn't talented? Habibi, please. Another thing that crossed my mind was that if a movie was made about the Israeli team, it would almost certainly be a drama. Okay, I guarantee they'd be portrayed as like these serious, heroic athletes who made it to the Olympics against all odds. But the Jamaican team story got turned into this feel-good comedy. Guys, this is what white supremacy looks like. Okay, it's not always overt hate. It's positioning white or Western athletes as the default for excellence and seriousness, while minority athletes, specifically Black athletes in this case, get treated as like this novelty and as entertainment. Okay, and this isn't separate from Edelman's views on Palestine. Okay, he openly supports genocide in Gaza. So how he dismisses Black Caribbean athletes directly connects to how he sees Palestinians. It's the same pattern in that certain people's lives and achievements matter and everyone else is lesser than and gets erased.